Alright, so here it says the mean property crime rate for 24 states was 3331. So this is the property crime rate, and the standard deviation was 729. Okay, and again, unimodal and symmetric. So again, we can follow the empirical rule. And this time it's just working backwards, okay? So here we've got what percent of states have crime rates between, what does it say, 2602 and 4060. Okay, well, if we look at 2602, maybe it's not completely obvious, but we can look at how far out we take a standard deviation above and below the mean. This is actually 3331 minus 1 standard deviation. Okay, so we can check that, and we see 3331 minus 1 standard deviation is 2602, and if we go 1 standard deviation up, 3331 plus 729, this is 4060. Okay, so this is basically 1 standard deviation above the mean, and this is 1 standard deviation below the mean. Okay, so how much of the data is within 1 standard deviation of the mean? Okay, the answer to that, you should know by now from the empirical rule, is about 68%. So about 68% are within 1 standard deviation of the mean. The next part asks, what percentage of Western states would you expect to have property crime rates between 1873 and 4789? What percent will have crime rates, property crime rates between, what does it say, 1873 and 4789, okay? And so here we want to see how many standard deviations above the mean are we, and how many standard deviations below the mean are we. We're just going to do a little bit of guess and check, so we're going to do 331 minus, and I'm going to try 2 standard deviations below the mean. So each standard deviation is 729, and I'm going to multiply that by 2, and let's see what happens. 3331 minus 729 times 2 indeed gives me 1873. And again, if you don't have a scientific calculator, you might have to do the multiplication first and then do the subtraction. And over here, if I check 3331 plus 729 times 2, gives me indeed 4789. So this is 2 standard deviations below, and this is 2 standard deviations above the mean. The mean being 3331 and each standard deviation being 729. So how much is within 2 standard deviations? Within 2 standard deviations of the mean? According to the empirical rule, about 95% of data or observations, especially for ones that are unimodal and symmetric, 95% of the data will be within 2 standard deviations of the mean. So in this case, we're expecting 95% of states will have property crime rates between 1873 and 4789, and over here we're expecting about 68% to have crime rates between 2602 and 40/60.